YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to be looking at, we're going to be taking a very chilled approach, looking at the most recent sort of transfers, maybe transfer rumours. Today obviously there's a day left of the transfer window, and there's going to be a few rumours, a few things dotting around. Maybe players are making some deadline deals with clubs and so forth. So I thought, in lieu of the Premier League season starting on Friday, so in 2 days' time, we're going to be looking at potential deals, what can happen, what may or may not happen, some recent transfers that are already confirmed and already been revealed by the club. And so I will start off by saying it's not an extensive list. It's just the main ones from the past maybe week or so. So yeah, I've probably missed hundreds out because there's been a lot of transfers over the past couple of days, especially for the mid-table and lower league teams, not lower league, lower table teams. However, I'm not going to be covering too many of them. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams here with different players that have been either confirmed or whatnot. And we're going to go through them in order that I've got written them down. But we're going to take a really, really nice, chilled approach to this video. Just sit back, listen. I'm pretty sure most of you will have heard them, especially if these are your club. And I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on what's happened, how I think they could improve, where I think they may need other options, I don't know. But yeah, so we're going to take a nice chilled approach to this. Nothing too strenuous. But first, I've got J-Toys. Now I've got quite a few videos coming up over the next few days. I've got quite a lot recorded, but quite a lot of the same video, if that makes sense. So you've got this today. You've had the Premier League fantasy app that was released last night. I've been answering comments all afternoon, so thank you guys. You have been smashing that in terms of comments and likes. Let me just go and double check this because this went live about 5 hours ago. Let us see what's going on with it at the minute. Gee, 65 likes and 42 comments and almost 1,000 views already. That is huge. Go join my fantasy league if you haven't seen it. I will be making a few changes, and I might do a bit of a prelude or a bit of an intro to a different video where I just talk through my fantasy team and how I'm going to have changed it. Maybe that will be part of my next video, because I didn't know that you have like a bench and whatnot. So I'm gonna get rid of a few players. Anyway, we don't need to be discussing that. That's for another video. But I'm just gonna open this J-Toy. I've got two. I've got this one. And apologies if you can hear my hamster in the background. We got a new hamster and I'm getting rid of it as soon as possible because it's loud again and I forgot how annoying it can be. But cheers. Beautiful. So we're going to kick it off by talking a little bit about Liverpool. Obviously I would talk about Chelsea, but they've got a transfer ban. The only players that brought in is Kovacic, and I think I covered that in the last video. So Liverpool, they signed, I can't remember the name of him, that Fulham 16-year-old. He seems to be good, pretty fit. He obviously will perform for the club. I don't think that's too much of a signing in terms of stature and reputation for him. If he's going to do a job at Liverpool, he's probably going to do it. I do think Liverpool needed to have spent a little bit more this summer. They needed to strengthen maybe one or two areas, especially sort of the midfield in terms of an attacking footballer. However, I watched a pre-season game the other day where Lallana played, and I must admit, both Henderson and Lallana I've not been a fan of previous. And Lallana surprised me. He's been absolutely ripped with injuries. So that's not helped quite a bit of it. past couple of seasons on a regular occasion. So I got to sort of see him in his full glory in this pre-season game, and he looked really good, I must say. So that might be a possibility that why they chose not to go in for like an attacking midfielder or a prolific striker. You know, Firmino has looked good up front, but I think he's a much better cam. So they maybe should have gone in for a better striker. Depends if they have the funds. However, Mignolet has left the club and he's gone to Club Bruges, which I think a lot of people could see happening, mainly because it's Mignolet and he's a little bit shit. Loris Karius is still at the club, I believe, or he might still be out on loan, or he might have left to Besiktas. So I'm not too sure about that. However, a bit of a surprising one from me. Adrian from West Ham has come in, and I think that's a really good backup option. I remember watching West Ham maybe 2-3 years ago, might have even been longer than that, and Adrian played quite a few games for them. I'm not sure. I think it was when they had Fabianski. Where is he now? Is he at Burnley? I can't remember. But yeah. No, I think he might still be at West Ham. Anyway, Adrian played like a number of games in a row, and he was really good. So I think for a backup option for Liverpool, I think that's solid. It's very nice indeed. But that's basically it for Liverpool. They've brought in Adrian, got rid of Mignolet. They've also got rid of Danny Ings. He's gone to Bournemouth, and I know Sturridge is now a free agent, and I'm not sure who snapped him up. I think actually he might be banned from playing because of them betting accusations. I'm not too sure. However, yeah, a bit of an odd one from Liverpool. They spent a lot last summer, I know they did. Brought in Van Dijk. Robertson became a first team player. Naby Keita was playing this season, and all these things that probably affected them. But I'd have expected them to have brought at least one or two players in, and they haven't brought anyone in of note. Moving on, the opposite side of the pond to Everton, the opposite side of Merseyside. Now, a key stat that I didn't really realise, that went a little bit unnoticed until he's actually left, was Idrissa Gana Gueye. He was Everton's CDM, and I think it was like everything was better than Kante last season in terms of a defensive performance. He had he's Kante-esque, which for a team like Everton is huge. Kante was good for Leicester, pushed them up the league. Idrissa Gana Gueye, good for Everton, has pushed them up the league. However, he has gone to PSG. I'm not entirely sure on the numbers or the figures for that, but I think he was one of the targets for PSG, behind Kante, and obviously I don't think Kante is leaving anytime soon. So, Idrissa Gana Gueye has left to go to PSG, which is a shame. However, I know from, what was it? It was something on FIFA. I was playing and Gabamin was a player. I think I was sniping him at some point. I think that's why I remember his name so much. Anyway, he is I think he played for, I want to say Villarreal or Sevilla. He was in the Spanish league, I know that. He's signed for Everton. They've signed him as a replacement, I assume, for Idrissa Gana Gueye. From what I know, he's very, very similar. I think he's a little shorter. He's not quite as lanky. He's quite beefy, and he's quite a tank in that midfield. I think he can replace him quite well. Obviously, it's Everton, so they're not going to be, your Kantes, your Pogba's in the midfield. They need to be strong, good players with all-round ability. And as far as I'm aware, Gabamin is pretty quick, great passer of the ball. So let's hope we can see how that goes. I'll quickly move on to Delph. They've signed Delph from Man City. I know that Delph had a very good season playing left back when Mendy was out injured all them months. For me, Delph is someone Man City signed, and I was like, what the fuck? Has he gone to Man City? Has he swindled that? And then he was in the England team for a bit, and I was a bit like, but you know what? he works hard, he does the job that he's given. You know, whether it's left back, in the midfield, however you want to set up, he can do his job. And I think specifically for Everton at the minute, you know, you've got Leighton Baines at left back. He's getting old. I'm not sure that you've got Digne at the minute, who was obviously his replacement. But Everton last year made a few good signings. Pardon me. But they didn't really perform up to my expectations. You know, they dropped points. The team didn't really seem to gel too well. And it did seem like there was a bit missing. Now, hopefully, I think Delph could be that person. You know, because the manager can obviously identify the problem and go, and Delph being able to play is very versatile. I think that helps. You can identify a problem and go, Delph, this is what I need you to do. This is how I need you to work. I need you to put your all into it. And Delph's probably going to go, yep, that's fine. So I think they've got a very, very good signing in Delph. And now, last but not least, is someone that I laughed at when I saw Everton was even in talks or rumoured to be considering him. And I was like, that's never going to happen. And lo and behold, it happened. And for a rocket price, Moise Kean from Juventus. Last year, he played plenty of cup games. He was banging goals in. He's a proper goal threat. And I think I was discussing this on stream the other day with an Evertonian fan. I think it came to was it 27 or early £30 million price for someone so young, talented, up and coming is a huge bargain in my opinion. He's a goal threat whether he scores in his first, second or third season, it doesn't matter, because he's so young and you can give him that time to become acclimatised to the Premier League. But I'm very looking forward to seeing him play in the Premier League and how well he does. Like I said, I was talking to an Evertonian fan, or an Everton fan, and they suggested that they were a bit unsure about Moise Kean because he doesn't really fit how Everton play. They like to cross the ball in, and they don't really see him as a goal, like a header or an aerial threat. They see him more as a ball on the floor dribbler, clinical finisher. And I sat there and I thought that's all well and good, and you can have your scepticisms about it. However, you signed St. Tossin to be that one-dimensional player, and it didn't work out, and I think he's left the club. He might not have. He might still be there. I've just remembered. Everton are linked with someone, and they want to add McCarthy and St. Tossin into the deal. I saw it on Instagram by Sky or someone, I can't remember. I can't remember who that is. Anyway, so St. Tossin is still at the club. Now, I think Moise Kean is perfect for the reason he's not a one-dimensional player. In the Premier League, you cannot play one way. You saw Chelsea try and do it last season, where they wanted to play he was very stubborn with how he played, and I was fed up with it. I did get a bit grouchy. I appreciated what he did for us in the end, you know, getting us that top 4 finish, getting us, you know, the Europa League, but at the same time I wasn't happy with the way we played. So I think Everton fans may or may not have been very similar with that last season, you know. You played very ball down the wing, cross it in, you know, you had the Walcott on the wings. And it was very one-dimensional. I think Moise Kean can bring something different to that, and you know what, I've got high hopes for them this season because of that. I'm really trying to find out who it was that Everton were linked with. Let's try and have a look. Everton transfers. Sky Sports. You're joking. Wait, what? said about this deal. Everton have agreed a loan deal for Sidibe from Monaco. That's fucking huge. They've upgraded their CDM. Well, they haven't upgraded. They've replaced their CDM within a couple of weeks of him coming in. They've signed a prolific striker. They've got Delph, a versatile player, and now one place. They have lacked on in the past is right back. You know, you've had Seamus Coleman he's been holding that position for so long, and I think his time's definitely come. They've agreed a Sidibe loan deal. I don't want this to play out loud. With an option to buy at the end of it. That's massive. He's a very, very good player. He's 27, so he's not particularly young, but he's coming into his prime. That's huge. I can't find the other one that we're on about. Teams, Everton. I want transfer centre. Let's just see if I can. Oh, I don't know. I wonder if it comes up. Because I know it was like £100 million in total. Schneiderlin set to leave Everton as well. Interest from Fenerbahce and Besiktas. I don't think I'm going to find it. Anyway, that being said, I think I have high hopes for Everton now. Sidibe is a huge player. Moise Keane's huge. Gabamin's good. Delph is a very versatile player. I think it really brings in that whole Everton squad. And I think who's the Everton manager again? It's is it Silva? Yeah, Marco Silva. I think he's really instilled his sort of philosophy on the club now. And I think with these signings in particular, I think they could finish at least like top 8, like 6th to 8th. I think they're pushing it with Wolves. We're going to move on to Arsenal because I've been talking for a while now. We're almost 20 minutes in, and I've still got loads to do. This might be like a 45 to an hour video. Arsenal's a team that I don't like for many reasons. Like, I hate Spurs because I hate Spurs. I hate Man United because I just have this personal hatred of Man United. I don't like Arsenal. I respect Arsenal, but I don't like them. You know, they have this horrible transfer philosophy. They have this stubborn approach. You know, I didn't like Arsene Wenger very much. I mean, I liked him and I respected him. No, I respected him, I didn't like him. So, that being said, Arsenal have got rid of Koscielny for, I think it's 4.8 million, just under 5 million pounds, which is okay. I mean, he was getting on. He was injured all last season, but I think it was like a couple of games, and when he came back, he was terrible. They've managed to bring in Ceballos from Real Madrid. I think that's a very good signing. You know, they had was it Carlos Alenia last season? I could be wrong. No, it was Suarez, wasn't it, in the middle, the Barcelona midfielder. And many Arsenal fans mocked the fact that he's trash and he didn't play well at all. If he played at all, I can't remember. But they've signed Ceballos instead, and I think that's a very, very good option on loan. Now, obviously, the main one that we've all seen is Nicolas Pepe. I rate this guy a lot. I think he's going to be great. I think that he brings to Arsenal what Arsenal need in terms of a winger. It's been a very, very long time since Arsenal have had a good out-and-out winger. That being said, will Arsenal play him as a winger? Because who have they got left mid? Other than Iwobi, and is it Maitland-Niles, or is he a centre? He might be a centre back. Yeah, you've got Alex Iwobi on the left, and it's not the best. That being said, Pepe is a goal threat. He's fast, he's strong, and he fits Arsenal's sort of style, in my own opinion. Now, it's been strange because that's not the areas Arsenal need to improve on. You've got Aubameyang, you've got Lacazette, you've got Ozil, that all play sort of central roles. Yes, you probably did need a winger, and you've got him on a good price. I think it's like 25 million a year. They're paying for him over like 3 or 4 years to really fit there. I think it's 3 years to make it like a 75 million deal. Now they are linked with Upamecano from RB Leipzig. I think that would be really good for them. I think that is a huge signing if that goes ahead. However, it seems like transfer talks between them are a bit slow. It hasn't really gone that way, and it's only a rumour right now. Another rumour that's pretty strong between two clubs is for Coutinho. Now he's been linked to Arsenal. There's been talks there of a loan deal, and I think that's good. I think a loan deal with an option to buy at the end of it would be brilliant, because it means Arsenal can buy him now, save up the transfer budget, and then buy him at the end of the season when they can afford him again. However, buy a centre-back, bruv. You've got Hector Bellerin that's probably still a little bit injured. He might not be now, he might be back, but he was injured last season, and he's only just going to be coming back fit. You've got Rudolf Koscielny, you've got Socrates and Mustafi. Now I rate Socrates. I think that put him with another good defender, and it could be good. I think the fact he was left with fucking Mustafi at centre back was a joke. And do you know when they say like, put someone good next to you and he'll bring you up. Put someone bad next to you and he'll bring you down. I think Socrates is that player. If you partner him with someone good, it's going to raise the level. If you partner him with someone bad, it just affects the whole sort of status quo. Left back, they've got. Well, I think they've got Rob Holding as well that can play centre back, so he's looking good this season. Left back, who have they got? I don't even know. They need to really, really think about redoing their defence, and they've gone and signed Pepe, Stebelos, the midfielder, and they've linked with Coutinho. I think it's the complete wrong philosophy to have. So I think that really needs looking at. I don't think they're going to do well this season based upon that. I mean, I know Chelsea's defence hasn't been brilliant over pre-season. In fact, it's been woeful. That being said, we've got Zuma who hasn't been playing for us in like a year and a half, 2 years, because he's been at Everton and on loan. We've got rid of Ake over the last couple of seasons. We've just loaned out Ampadu to Leipzig, and so we've got David Luiz, who's a liability at the best of times, and we've got Rudiger injured. So it's been a bit tough. When Rudiger comes back, I think it could be very good, and I think the defence could be a lot better. That's what we're expecting come the start of the season. We start off poor, get better in terms of our defence. Arsenal have got no hope unless they sign a defender, because they've got the players that they've got, and there's no one due back. So I can't see it getting any better for them unless they sign a defender. We've now got Wolves. Now I can't remember off the top of my head if they made any more signings in this, but I know in the recent weeks Cutrone has come in from AC Milan. That to me is another good statement. Now, if you watch my stream with Football Manager the other week, you'll know that Diego Jota has played up front for them last season. They had him, Inez, they've signed him. Inez, get it? And it's just been a bit like they've gone heavy with the attackers. I would have liked to have seen Wolves sign some more defenders. Maybe up the defence game a little bit. However, Doherty got a team of the season card last year. He was a very good player for them last year. Rui Patricio is still a very, very good goalkeeper. Who they got left back? I don't know, but they've got a good team, to say the least. They've got the midfield is perfect. You don't need to touch that. With the likes of, why can I not remember their names? All the Portuguese guys, anyway. That being said, Cutrone is another player they could play up front. Jota can then go out onto the wings or play as a secondary striker, maybe centre forward. Jimenez, the same, play him out wide, play him up front, whatever you fancy. I think Catrone adds that ability to be versatile. Obviously Catrone is an out-and-out striker, but I think he gives the versatility to the other two players that are there. If you've got a left winger and a right winger and no striker, you might as well play one of them up front. And then who have you got out on the wings? Adama Traore, that's who they've brought in as well. I think they had him last season. I think they've made that permanent. I could be wrong. He might have been permanent last season. In fact, he is permanent. I know. I'm getting sidetracked. I'm forgetting who and who it isn't. First team players for Wolves. You know, you've got Adama on the right, Jimenez up front, Jota on the left, Jota up front. However, it just enables everyone to be a little bit more versatile. I think it adds a little bit of competition to the players that Wolves have signed. You know, Jimenez came in and played very well. Signed for Wolves, presumably on a bigger contract. I think that Catrone adds an element to Wolves where they go, we've signed you, yeah, we've signed you, but we've also signed another player, so you better perform. You haven't signed this contract for nothing. He's nipping at your toes now. I think it adds that element of competition to players where they go, actually, I've just signed for this club, I performed well last season. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be an easy season this season either. Not that that's what the players are thinking, but some of them do. Some of them think, there we are, I've done my job, I've come to the Premier League now, I've signed my deal, I can slack off a bit. Lukaku when he went to Man United. Moving on, because I don't think there's any more to do with the Wolves. I haven't really done that much research on them, but that's what I've noticed. Newcastle. Now, Newcastle's transfer window has been very strange, you know, starting with arguably one of the best managers in the league, with Rafa Benitez, you know, was at Liverpool. Was he at Chelsea? I could be completely wrong by saying that, but I think it was. Did we have Rafa Benitez? That's googly. Oh, he was appointed interim manager for Chelsea. Yeah, and then he went to it. Okay, yeah. So he was technically a manager, but only interim manager. That makes sense. Okay, sorted. He's actually gone to China now. Yeah, so they got rid of arguably one of the best managers because they couldn't agree a contract. I'd have tried to do everything to keep him, to be fair. They also were looking at a financial takeover, which would have given them practically unlimited funds up to the financial fair play mark. And then all of that fell through, and they've ended up with Steve Bruce, and what we could have only presumed, no transfer budget. However, Newcastle have done a madness in the past week. They've not only signed Jethro Willems from Frankfurt, I think he was at the left back, they've signed St. Maximin from Nice and Joelinton from Hoffenheim. Now, I know quite a lot of players, or quite a lot of people, think that Newcastle have overpaid for a few of these, with Joelinton costing, I think it was like 35 million. However, I don't think that's all that bad. You know, he had a good season a few years ago, not really been the best, but the Bundesliga can be very fickle to a few teams. You know, if they don't improve in certain areas, the whole team lacks. So, there's no doubt about the fact him being a goal threat. And I think that was one of Newcastle's biggest flaws last season, was that they just didn't score enough. At the back end of the season, Jose Perez came in, Almiron signed, and the goals then started coming, and they made a late comeback. Were they in the Premier League last year? Was it the year before they were in the EFL? Newcastle FC. What am I doing? What am I doing? Do you know what? This is because it's really late that I'm just getting a bit. Just a bit. Do you know what I mean? Why can I not find that Wikipedia page? Hello, there we go. Yeah, so let's see. What am I on about? Why did I doubt myself? Anyway, so they made a late push and made it out of the promotion stage at the end of the season after I used a pair of the hammer and started playing well and scoring goals between them. But the major lack was the fact they weren't scoring goals, and maybe the defence was a little bit weak. They've gone inside Jethro Willems, the Dutch player. That shores up the defence a little bit. You know, they've got Fabian Shaw. He was performing well to the end of the season. They've got Lascelles, not the best, but doable. Matt Ritchie, they could play right back or right mid. A few other players in the defence, but Willems, I can assume will be a first team player. You've then got the likes of Jonathan and St. Maxim. St. Maxim can play striker left, right. He's a very versatile player. Jonathan more of a out and out forward, I assume. And he's just brought in them goal threats, so I think that could be huge. Out of the club, there's not been too many, as far as I'm aware, any big players anyway that have left. Moving on, we have Manchester United. Now, for me, they've done the transfer window correctly. They've tried to keep hold of their bigger players. They've done it wrong in getting rid of Ander Herrera. I mean, he's the ultimate shithouser, and we love it. But I do think they need to sign a striker. They've signed Wan-Bissaka. That's good. That's class. Everything's done. They've recently signed Harry Maguire. They've completely overpaid for Harry Maguire. I do think that he's gonna do a job, but he's not gonna be the main defender that they think he's gonna. They think he's gonna come in and be like Vidic and Van Dijk, and I don't know, or the Mads Sergio Ramos. They think he's gonna be a prolific player. He's not, and I don't think he ever will be that sort of player. I think I think he's a good secondary defender. You know, you have your main player, and then you have Harry Maguire. And I think they could have done with signing a much bigger, more high prolific defender than Harry Maguire. Don't get me wrong, he's good. He will do his job, but I can't see him personally. I can't see him doing. He's not gonna. I don't know. Man United's defence lacked a lot last season, and I don't think Harry Maguire is going to be the plug that will stop the balls flying in. However, getting rid of Ander Herrera and not having too many. Well, Jesse Lingard is a cam, I suppose, but having a bit of a lack of depth in terms of attacking midfielders. You know, you've got your Pogba. He does what he wants. He performs on and off. You've got Matic, CDM. You've got Mata, who nowadays prefers to play on the wing as a slow sort of wide attacking midfielder to a degree. Martial, winger. They're looking at getting a attacking midfielder now. They've been linked with both Eriksen and Bruno Fernandes. Now Bruno Fernandes they've been linked with for years. But today a fee was agreed with Tottenham to sign Eriksen for 50 million. Strange, huh? That is because over the past couple of days they were linked with this big Lukaku move. Lukaku to Juventus, Dybala and Mandzukic, which to me was brilliant. You'd get a striker in return, a good prolific goal scorer, not got long left in terms of his legs or his playing career, but it gives you time to then his wage demands were just too high. It was coming, and he didn't want to play for the club. He wanted to play for the money, and I think that's the one reason. I think Man United not allowing that transfer to go ahead, because it was Man United that stopped the deal. I think that's a good move. They've seen how it affected Pogba. They've seen how it's affected Lingard. You know, they've given him new contracts, offered them more money, and they've not played to their best ability. So I think saying, actually, no, that's too much. And when you're not playing, you're not going to be playing for the club if we pay you that much. We need to know that. I assume when they offered him a contract, they said, start on this wage, play for a season, and show us that you want to play, and it will go up to what you want it to. Dybala's gone no, and they've gone, well, then that just shows that your intentions lie with money, because that's what usually happens. Except clubs just cave to that sort of pressure and go, yeah, fine, sign him up, whatever. So instead, they've been linked with Eriksen for 50 million. Now, a team that are willing to pay Dybala's wages are Spurs. They've been linked with Dybala today. A fee has been agreed for 70 million. Now, it's sort of like this triple effect right now. Eriksen wants a new challenge. He wants to do something different. I assume he doesn't want to be at Spurs any longer. Is Man United a good move for him? No. But it fits his targets. He wants something new. So I don't know, probably. That can only happen if Dybala agrees at Spurs. They've got a day to do this. If Dybala goes to Spurs, I think Eriksen will go to Man United. I think that's pretty safe to say. If Dybala doesn't go to Spurs, Spurs aren't just going to get rid of Eriksen and be left with no attacking midfielder. Other than Dele Alli, but nowhere near as good as Eriksen, is he? So I think that could happen. I don't think the Bruno Fernandes deal will happen. I think that Mario Mandzukic is a bit far-fetched now that they're not getting Dybala. I think that Juventus have gone, actually we value him a lot higher than we initially thought anyway. Even if Man United were to bid for him, they'd say 15 to 35 million. And I don't think Man United want to pay that price. So we'll have to see. But like I said, Spurs linked with Dybala, 70 million bid for him. That's huge. But also, similarly to Arsenal, they're linked with Coutinho on loan. Now, this for me is brilliant. I think Coutinho at Spurs would be better than Coutinho at Arsenal. Number one, a winger is what Spurs have sort of missed. You know, you've got your Youngmin son. Lucas started off as a right midfielder, but now plays more of a striker because of the way he plays and the way that Pochettino sets him up. So maybe a right or left winger could be class. At the same time, Coutinho loves that central attacking midfield role as well. So he's a very, very versatile player. He's good. I'm not going to say that he's not, because he lit up the Premier League when he played in it, earned his big money move. When I think of Spurs and players, I don't really think of anyone that whinges too much. I know Harry Kane might dribble and speak like a moron, but there's not too many Spurs players that moan about the game, that moan about transfers and contracts or anything like that. Not many of them are like that, you know. When they've played for Spurs, I can't think of one off the top of my head that was gone, I don't want to play for the club anymore. Even Eriksen, I think Eriksen was the first one to come out and say, I want a new challenge, I want something different. And that made all Spurs fans go, whoa, what? No one's ever spoke about the club like that, so what's gone on, sort of thing. And I think Coutinho might be another one of those. He did it at Liverpool, he whinged and he went on a bit of a strop when he didn't get his move. So whether Spurs are going to be willing to put up with that is their own doing. But again, it's a loan deal, so they won't have to fork out 70 million. Last but not least, I want to talk about West Ham, mainly because they've done bits. You've got Winston Reid and you've got Diop at centre back. Two very, very decent centre backs. You know, Winston Reid getting on a bit now. I think he's in his 30s now at least. And so they've replaced him with a guy called Cardo, Cardozo now. When he got signed, I was like, who the fuck's this? I didn't know who he was. I still don't know who he is. But what I've heard is that he's actually really, really tipped to be one of the best in the future. You know, he was ticking boxes on plenty of teams' radars. But I think all these big teams have these sort of players. You know, Chelsea had Nathan Ake and, you know, Ampadu. These centre-backs that in the future could be the best in the world. You know, they all possess these traits. So I think now that more people are getting to that stage, teams are a bit like, I don't just want to go out and buy a bloody another one. So West Ham have gone, we'll get one. And then if he does come into this like amazing player, big teams are obviously going to bid for him in a season or two, but West Ham may or may not have signed a very good player here. He could rotate into the squad very nicely, you know, start by playing FA Cup games, Carabao Cup, you know, little games like that. There's a Mafia. But at the same time, he could end up being a very, very good player and a good start for them. Similarly to Newcastle, West Ham were lacking goals last season. You had Felipe Anderson in the squad, class, Arnautovic, good but very arrogant. Who else did they sign last season? Hernandez, he played, but he wasn't really scoring too much, and I think that's what... I mean, they signed Hernandez and thought, yeah, brilliant, yeah, we've got a goal scorer, we've got a good winger, everything's going to go well. Felipe Anderson did his job, Hernandez didn't do his job. So this season they've gone, right, we genuinely just need a striker right now, what do we go and do? And they've bought Sebastian Haller from, I think it was Frankfurt again, wasn't it? Oh, he's a baller. I rate him, and I think he's going to do absolute bits at West Ham. I can see him being up there, like, goal scorer charts. He's up there with, like, Jimenez, and, I don't know, other sort of... Moise Keane, another one, if he plays well. You know, like Vardy at West Ham. Leicester, not West Ham, what I'm on about. But I think that he's going to be hitting like normal average levels of goals, which is what West Ham need. Defensively, they were last season. You know, a few mistakes here and there led to goals being scored, especially against the big teams. They dropped points against a few of the little teams, and they didn't score as many goals as we'd hoped. That being said, if Harlow comes in and Cardozo does his job, I think this could be class. I think West Ham could have a very nice season. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. A nice 43-minute video-ish of me just talking through different teams and how I think they're going to work and the players that have come in and out, how they're going to do. I think the team that have had the worst, and I'm going to say it's probably Crystal Palace. Theirs has been terrible. They've signed Gary Cahill, actually. Let's quickly mention that. Crystal Palace has whipped up 33-year-old Gary Cahill. He's more than likely going to go straight into their defence. And if he performs anywhere near as good as he did at Chelsea, then they'll probably get relegated. I can't see him being good enough. I can't see Crystal Palace being good enough this year at all. The kits look nice. The team not so much. So... yeah, I think they've had one of the worst. And again, I think Arsenal have actually had one of the worst. Unless they sign a Pemecano and or Coutinho on loan. I think if they could get a Pemecano on loan with an option to buy for like 70-80 million. I know that might seem a lot for someone that's a bit unknown, but I think if you get him on loan first, I think that could be a brilliant option, because then you'll get to trial him out, see how he fits the style.